welcome to Spiritual Vacancy. We are here to help fill your spiritual void. I am Brooke Ann. I'm a psychic medium and a Reiki practitioner, and I am with the lovely.
Hey, I'm Mona Lee. I do energy healing and hypnotherapy and pretty much all things spiritual. Love spirituality.
And today we are talking about chakras. And
Mm.
what are they? What do they do? We know you guys have heard them, but maybe you're confused at what are they? So, Mona, you have been studying chakras for 12 plus years. Do you want to talk about what some of them are and what they do and what they
Oh,
mean?
I'll get
Because
on
there's
a
a lot of
soapbox. Yeah, I'll definitely get on a soapbox. I love chakras so much. It's really amazing, and I'm really hoping that more people start looking into what their chakras are, what is open, what is blocked, what is stuck. Um, but there are energy vortexes. It's our energies from the inside of our bodies.
and it's like what we need to work on, right? So, or what could be, like you said, blocked, or your throat, you got your head. Mona, you're wearing red and I'm
Yeah.
wearing blue today. Do you
Mm.
want to talk about the red chakra? What does it mean?
Sure, sure. Well, every single chakra is a different color, right? That's why we see the rainbows. And this is the base color, which is the root chakra, which is red. And that's where, if you feel like you need more grounding, if you feel like you need to be more connected to the earth or more kind of down to earth, then red is the color to wear for that particular day. You could even do color therapy per day in the chakras. And I seem to need to wear more red, and I don't wear red enough because I am so out there in the metaphysics that grounding would be very, very useful. But it's the survivor. It's how we feel safe in the world, how we feel connected to our earth that we are on, why we're here.
Now, when you're working on somebody and you feel like that they need grounding, or you see the red, when you're working on somebody, how do you know that their root chakra needs work or maybe doesn't need work? Can you kind of explain that?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I love the pendulum because the pendulum, if you lay a person across the table, right, across the healing table, you can take a pendulum and literally just kind of measure each chakra to see what is stuck, what is blocked, and what is opened. And so if the root chakra, when I'm placing the pendulum over the root chakra, is really stuck or they're very flighty all over the place, then I know that that is the root chakra that needs the most help. So I use either the tuning forks. There's several different types of tuning forks. I've got about a dozen of them, for the whole rainbow of them, in fact. There's also grounding techniques. There's also the sound bowls, and there's different sounds and frequencies that go with each and every single chakra. So in the different notes, like for example, you'll be drawn to, if you play sound bowls or if you're around sound bowls. I went to a sound studio one time and they said, well, just pick out a bowl that feels good to you. And at that time, and you're wearing the color blue. So I want to bring that up. In the blue color, that represents the throat chakra. And at that time, when I first started getting into sound bowls, I was drawn to that, and it was in the note of G. When I played it, I was like, oh, this one feels so good. And at that time, I wasn't using my voice. I wasn't expressing what I was really feeling, and I would hold a lot of things in. Hence, I got sick a lot those particular winter times during those years that I was holding my voice back from my truths.
Yeah.
So that's another color. It's great to wear blue because it's very expressive. You can express who you are and express your truth.
Definitely, yeah. And like you said, it's all about the throat. And then you can
Mhm.
kind of tell where if their throat is blocked or maybe they're holding something back, like you said,
Yes.
that they need to talk about.
Yes.
And then what about with the other chakras? Like, isn't there like violet and indigo, and you've got blue, green, yellow, orange, red? Like that can be super confusing to people that don't work with chakras all the time or don't understand them. And someone's like, oh, you have, your indigo is blocked or
Right,
whatever.
right.
Can you
Yes,
explain
yes.
some of that stuff for the listeners?
Yes, if we just keep it very simple with
Yeah.
ourselves and think about ourselves as the whole entire rainbow. So the root chakra at the base of the spine, that one is red. And then you've got your sacral chakra, which is in your lower belly, and that's orange. That is great for just connecting, having trust in yourself and the creativity of yourself. Then you have the yellow. So if you think about the whole rainbow, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, indigo, white, right? That's
Hmm.
all of the entire rainbow. Or if we look at the notes, like I wanted to buy the G note for the sound, right? So that's G, and then it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So that's where, when people listen to music, a lot of times people will just like put on a song if they're really stressed out, and then they wonder why it feels so good. But literally, it's balancing the chakras.
Yeah.
So put on a favorite song when you're feeling a little bit off, is what I always tell people. Is just like listen to some music. It's very, very healing, whether it's heavy metal or or if it's at that moment, or if it's very soft Zen music. It's whatever feels good to you is really what matters to balance your own particular body.
Now, this is just a question. Do you feel like people's auras could be connected to the chakras that they need to work on?
Absolutely. Because if you think about it, we are bioelectrical magnetic energy, right?
Mhm.
And the more our energy is expanded, so for example, the heart chakra, I'm seeing the color green behind you. My walls in here are very light green. So with the green, that's all about love. That's all about your heart chakra. And the more expanded, the more open, there's fearlessness, there's openness, right? And then the more fear based, the more closed off things can possibly be. So the expansion is that auric field, right? That's the aura or the biomagnetic energy field that can really expand. So imagine if every single chakra inside of the body is totally calibrated and in alignment. That's where the light is on, right?
Mhm.
That's where we know when we're in alignment, the light is on and
Yeah.
we are ready to go and flow and be and do and expand and all of those things when we're on.
Yes. Now, do
So,
you think, is there any advice or suggestion you can give to anybody listening? Like, you'll get a lot of people when obviously we both do Reiki, and, a lot of people be like, I think I'm blocked. I don't know what I'm blocked, but I think I'm blocked. Is
yes.
there any suggestions you can give to anybody about, seeing which ones are blocked or how, because I feel like most people kind of know, like, but they want the validation from someone else to say, you're blocked or you got your throat's blocked or your crown's
Mhm.
blocked or however, but do you have any advice for them on how they can unblock it or check it on their own?
Yes, on their own. Well, there's different techniques. For example, just getting in the ground and starting at the root, starting at the base, and then just put the feet in the ground, in the grass, or go to the beach and let the ocean wash your feet. And that's a
Mhm.
great place to start. And I think if we all can tap into ourselves, we know, right? Like you said, when
Yeah.
something is blocked, when something is off, and we can't think clearly. So perhaps if we can't think clearly, then something within the third eye can be blocked or the crown chakra can be blocked. And that is your upper consciousness, your higher consciousness. But it's hard to open those unless the other ones are open. So always start at the base. Always sit your butt on the ground. Lay your belly on the ground.
Yes.
And just lay down and just tap into the energy of Mother Earth. Because if you don't have an energy healer to do some work on you, then, how do we tap into that? Well, really, it's sitting and being quiet. It's sitting and asking yourself the questions like, what am I feeling? Or
Mhm.
if the heart is racing, heart palpitations that people may be having with anxieties, then something within the heart might be a little blocked,
Yeah. No, that's
or
a
in the
great
lower belly.
suggestion.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and that's what I do too. Like I'll go down to the beach,
Mhm.
I'll put my feet in the sand and I'll start grounding myself if I feel like I'm, off balance with my chakras or things like that. And you can actually visualize, roots coming out of your feet and going into the ground to balance you with your root chakra and things like that. And to make it easy for people at home, they can kind of just envision the colors going all the way up their body and start opening up or see which one might be dimmer than the other ones where you'll know which ones you need to work on or what might be going on in your life at that time.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it's always good to put your feet on the ground. And it's funny because a long time ago, and I still think about this and I have no idea why, but a long time ago, somebody told me they were like, when you're grounding or your root chakra is off, they're like, it has to be in the grass or the beach. You can't do it on concrete because it doesn't work. It's too solid and it's not
Mm.
like a natural thing. So I'll always like look around and try to find anything that's not concrete or,
Right.
my house is brick. So I'm like, I'll go over to the little patch of grass or, I'll go down to the beach. I have no idea why that stuck with me. I don't know if there's a difference or not, honestly.
Mhm.
Oh, I really don't, but there could be. I mean, just
It's very
little.
healing though, isn't it? It's very
Yeah,
healing because you feel that when you're at the beach and you can feel the salt air on your skin and the breeze and then just seeing the waters and then being on that sand and being on the earth and you can feel that.
yeah. And even when I work, one of my friends, Mel, I was doing the demonstration in Wilmington for the public, and I always take my shoes off. I like working barefoot. And she goes, "Do you always work with your shoes off?" And I said, "I try. If I go into anybody's homes, or even when I'm at my house doing sessions or I'm doing a public event, I like having my feet off because I picture myself grounding and it balances me where
Mhm.
I am focused on what I'm doing at that moment. I'm
Yeah,
not like gonna fly away, but
yeah, yeah, that's
sometimes your
good.
mind can. But yeah, it's pretty
Mhm.
cool.
That's awesome. There's another suggestion that somebody had shared with me at a crystal shop, and they had all these different colored crystals. And at that time, I was just learning about, oh, what is red carnelian, and what is the orange, and what is the yellow, citrine, and that the malachite for the heart. And there's all different types of rainbows of colors. And you can even get you can go on Amazon and get a chakra colors kit, and there's just a bunch of little stones, and you can even put them underneath your mattress where every single one of your chakras are, and then sleep literally on top of the stones. So that's another idea of balancing out the chakras.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you have any other suggestions for anybody listening, or do you want to talk about any of the other chakras today? Or we can even wait for another episode to go over a few more of them. But do you have any suggestions with the chakras or something that was even surprising to you to find out about the chakras?
Yes, something that was kind of interesting is when I went to the Association of Research and Enlightenment in Virginia Beach with Edgar Casey, and I took some classes and things up there several years ago. They were sharing with me, one of the practitioners that uses the Lord's Prayer with every single chakra and every single phrase of the Lord's Prayer, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. That is connected to every single one of our chakras. So if
Hmm.
somebody wants to sit with themselves and say the Lord's Prayer and imagine yourself wrapped in a big white bubble, that's also very helpful to kind of balance your own chakras. And I thought that was very profoundly interesting and unique until I finally really looked into every single phrase and which chakra it was connected to. And it
Oh,
just really, I could feel it. I could
yeah.
feel a little shift on the inside that felt really good. So that's one tactic that people could utilize. Um, what else? I love energy healing. I love having
Yeah.
my hands on people. I love to have my pendulum over the body to see what's happening. So I could lay literally a singing bowl on top of a body. For example, I'll bring one up. I've got my root chakra one, although you cannot
Can't hear
hear
it.
it right now because it's very loud when it plays. But when people take a sound bath, then sometimes I'll just lay this between the feet if the root chakra needs balancing. And you can literally feel that go through the bottom of the feet. And you can feel that almost penetrate through the energies of the body. And that is also, and there's bowls for every single chakra. This is just one chakra. But
Yeah.
we have the seven main chakras. There's also the Earth Star chakra. So if you want to do any kind of protecting, you take your hands up above your head and place them above your head. This is your Zeal chakra, and that is above your head. And then you can place a protective bubble all the way around you. That's your protective bubble, your protective shield, right? And then that's also something connecting to your essence of your being. So if you ever want to connect while you're at the beach grounding, place your hands above your head for your Zeal chakra and
I
connect to
will.
as above, so below.
I will.
And then just ask for the light to shine through every single one of your chakras, like rain coming through the top of your head all the way through your body. And that's really helpful too, to balance, unless you're working with a practitioner. And let my hands get on you.
Yeah.
So I can see what's happening and what is blocked and what is stuck and what is not.
I love that. Thank you. I'm gonna start doing that. You guys will start seeing me at the beach doing that. And what did you call it? The star chakra?
That is the Zeal chakra.
Oh, the
That is
zeal. I'm
above
sorry,
your head. That's your
zeal.
Zeal chakra. And then you've got your Earth Star chakra, which is below
Oh,
your feet.
Earth star. Okay, I knew I heard
Earth Star
star in there.
chakra.
So
Yeah.
Earth star chakra is below. The zeal is
Hmm.
above. and then
That
you
is right.
protect yourself with the white bubble. I'm gonna start doing
That's
that.
right.
You guys are gonna
Yes.
know exactly where I'm at on the beach because I'm
Yes.
well, as I'm
Yes.
walking, I'm gonna be protecting myself.
There you go. And be the light. Be the light.
Yes, definitely. And go order, the chakra kit, like for
Yep.
people listening and have the stones that go and it always comes with a pamphlet
Mhm.
on, what color is for what chakra and how to balance it. And I always say, people should trust their gut. Lay out the stones during the morning, see which
Mhm.
ones you're kind of drawn to, learn the color and carry that stone with you.
There
So
you
if you
go.
feel like your throat's blocked or your heart's blocked or you need grounding, grab it and take it
Absolutely.
with you. Put it in your pocket, your bra, wherever you want to keep it, and
Exactly.
take it with you. And then it'll become habit where you won't need the stones anymore because you'll just
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
you need work on, right?
Exactly. Or be consciously aware of what's happening in your body so that you can really stay in tune with yourself. That is so
Yeah,
important. Yeah.
yeah, it's wonderful. The chakras are awesome. All right, well, thank you. Thank you guys for listening today about the chakras. If you guys have any questions, please let us know because we will do another episode at another time with the other chakras as well and go over more in depth on those. But we hope you all have a wonderful day and we will see you next week. Namaste.
Blessings. Namaste.
Namaste.